one of the most important skills in learning English because it allows students to communicate their ideas, feelings, and opinions with other people. In learning English, students are expected to master four language skills. There are listening, speaking, reading, and writing. However, among these skills, speaking is often considered the most difficult skill for students. Many students feel nervous and afraid when they have to speak English. They worry about making mistakes in pronunciation and grammar. They also have vocabulary and lack confidence. Based on preliminary observation at MTsN Serang, I found the many 8th grade students were still during speaking activities. They often because they were afraid of making mistakes. Another problem is that the learning media used in speaking class are still limited. Teachers usually use textbook and write-down exercise, become bored and less motivated to practice speaking. To solve this problem, the teacher need interesting and interactive learning media that encourage students to speak actively. Therefore,